This is a WP56 by OUKITEL, and it's one of the strongest phones to actually land on my desk for review. What I really like about this device is that despite it being made for outdoors, it actually does the basics really well. Right, to begin with, we've got a beautiful 6.8-inch screen, which is 1080p and is 120 Hz as well. Now, 120 Hz is still a feature that you don't get on really high-end phones sometimes. And all of that combines to make for a really smooth scrolling experience, really vivid and smooth video playback experience, and a really good gaming experience also. Now, in terms of the internals, this is powered by the MediaTek 7050 chip, which means this phone is ready for 5G. It's also got up to 36 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage, which is expandable up to 1 terabyte if you decide to go for that option. The battery on this phone is also exceptional. It comes with a 16,000 mAh battery, which literally lasts you for days. I only charged this phone once so far when I received it about 10 days ago, up to 100%. And it's now on 60% 10 days later with moderate use, listening to music, video playback, scrolling the internet, reading articles and so on and so forth. This is such a great phone for things like camping, outdoor activities, and also for traveling. It supports 45-watt fast charging, and it also does reverse charging at 18 watts, which is great if you have a couple of devices with you and you're traveling and you want to charge your devices. With such a big battery, you can charge all of your devices with this phone and still have battery left over quite comfortably. Now, despite having such a massive battery, this phone is tested and certified to be flight safe, so you'll have no problem at all flying with this phone. Like any other phone, this phone has a normal torch, as you'd expect. However, it also has a really massive bright camping light, which is accessible via the camping light app. It has 3 different brightness levels, as you can see, and it's also got an SOS level. Now, this is really useful if you are camping or for any outdoor activities, especially if you're staying overnight. I was also really surprised about how well the cameras performed. The front selfie camera is 32 megapixels and it takes really good selfies, especially in good lighting. There are 3 cameras at the back. The main one has 108 megapixels and again, just performs really well. And as you'd expect, I do like how the camera mode inside also has a variety of different presets. So you've got night mode, video mode, picture mode, beauty mode, and you've got that 108 megapixel mode. And if you go into more, there are plenty more options to choose from as well. Now, to unlock your phone, you've got 3 options. You can put your PIN in, but it also has fingerprint reader and Face ID, which just makes it so much easier to use your phone on a daily basis. In the box, you also get a 45-watt fast charging brick with 1 USB-C attachment, which is really good. You get your user manual and a couple of documents, and you get a really nice long orange cable, which stands out amongst your other cables. It also feels premium, quite solid, and it is USB-C to USB-C. I think in the older models it was USB-A to USB-C. So they've got you covered in terms of everything you need in the box to start using the phone straight away. Now, the standout feature of this phone, which I purposely left to the end, is this massive 128 decibel speaker, which is super loud. Now remember, this phone is made for outdoor activities and for things like camping. So if you think about it, if you've got a massive speaker at the back, if you've got a camping torch, if you've got a massive battery, you don't need to pack a light, you don't need to pack a speaker, you don't need to pack a power bank or a charger. You just take this and this is all you need for a couple of days. Now let me give you a little listen to the sound of the speaker because it is amazing. Now, one thing worth noting, and I don't think it's a drawback at all, but it's just something worth actually recognizing before you go out and buy a phone like this, which is the weight. As you can see, it's quite a bulky phone, obviously to make space for all of the specs that you're getting in terms of the loudspeaker, in terms of the camping light, and in terms of the really massive battery, but it does weigh 524 grams. Now, in comparison to my Z Fold 6, which is my daily carry, it's 239 grams. So this is more than double the weight of this phone. Now that will make a very big difference in your pocket or if you're carrying it in your bag compared to a regular phone. But again, you are compromising, I think, on one thing and you're not compromising on anything else, because as I said, this phone does all of the basics really well. But it is something to bear in mind. If you don't want such a heavy phone, you might want to pick this up but not make it your daily drive or your daily kind of carry around. But you might just want to use this for your outdoor activities, when you're camping and things like that. Right, that's it from me for today. I do think overall this is a fantastic phone if you're in the market for something like this. Don't forget you're getting the very loud speaker, you're getting the massive battery and the camping light, all packaged in this phone, which also does the basics really well. So definitely worth considering if you're on the market for something like this. Let me know in the comments, would you consider purchasing this phone? And if you have any questions or would like to find anything out about this phone, then like I said, leave it in the comments and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.